Hello and welcome back to the Cockpit Show on Mikey's Flight Deck. Today with the cockpits of Sander, Neil and Peter. Again, 3 cockpit builders have sent me pictures of their projects, and we will start with the cockpit of Sander. Let's read what Sander has written to me. Hello, my name is Sander and I'm a 15-year-old boy from Norway who loves the 737NG and especially the 737 MAX. Therefore, I took the big challenge of creating a 737 MAX home cockpit without any dimensions online or anything that could help me to build the cockpit. Is it so? Aren't there any dimensions out there in the web? Okay, I think, yes, for the 737-800 there are many dimensions online. Most of them refer to the, I call it the Bible of home cockpit building from Marcus Pilot, who is taking down nearly every dimensions you need to build such a cockpit in his PDF file. Okay, but for the 737 MAX, I think you have to search. Yes, but is it really different? A really big difference to the 737-800? It's the same structure, I think, and there are only some changes in the MIP. I think I haven't gone into the 737 MAX theme very deep. Okay, so what has he written to the first picture? Here you see the cockpit from above. I use a Cytec Pro Flight joke and a Cytec throttle with modifications. This project has been inspired by your project and I'm grateful for you using your time creating videos for us. You're welcome. Okay, that's the plan behind this YouTube channel, helping you out to get some ideas of building things. And this is something I have seen in many home cockpits here. You just take the Cytec joke and mount it on a stand or hang it nearly under the MIP or something like this to simulate a joke. Yes, and had he written here the pedals for the feet? No. But that's the common combination, the Cytec joke and the pedals. And I have seen some people using these modifications for the Cytec throttle. I don't know how you can do this if you just throw away the old doors and put on some new handles or something like this. But there are some ideas, especially when you know the YouTube channel of the Aviation Pro. He has self-made handles for his throttle. There are some possibilities to do this. So here we have the new design of the 737 MAX with the 2 bigger monitors in the MIP. I personally didn't prefer this layout, this new layout, what Boeing made here, because it's more a feeling of flying a computer than a plane with these bigger screens. But okay, I think it's the future. So okay, we have a MCP panel here and the beginning of an EFIS panel. Is it 3D printed? I think. Okay. And the next picture, what has he written there? Here you see my cockpit at stand 24 at Bergen in Norway. As you see, the monitors are not looking perfectly like the ones on the 737 MAX. That's because there is no software for it yet. I have no side window now, but I'm using a 55 flat screen in the front. Yeah, the image in the MIP is a little bit scaled horizontally. Yeah, that's right. Currently there isn't a software on the market for the 737 MAX. I think there are two versions coming out in the future. The one is the software from iFly, and they are preparing it for prepared, but it is scheduled for 2020, I think, and so there are some years to come before the software is ready. And the other one is from Zibo for X-Plane, and this is nearly finished. I think I've seen some beta testings on YouTube, and so they have made this 737 MAX probably based on their known 737-800 mod. But let's come to the picture here, and the image quality is really good. Okay, it is a flat screen, and you will come out with bright colors when you are using a television, a flat screen, something like this. Better colors than you get when you are using a projector. Okay. No side window? What do you mean? No side window view, like a monitor or glass? But I think you have already installed a glass in the sides. Okay, but the images, every image, the outside view and the displays in the MIP come out really clear, and I hope I will come out with such a clear display later. Really good. So the next one. My overhead panel is made out of plexiglass and printed paper, but it works awesome. Here again you can see the screens, not perfect, but a good meanwhile solution. Yes, a printed overhead is a good start when you are starting your cockpit building and you don't want to engrave panels or don't have the possibility to engrave panels with a CNC laser, or don't want to buy expensive panels. So just take a sheet of plexiglass or acrylic and then print out a good quality foil, I think, and glue it onto it, some holes and cutouts for the annunciators and so on, and you're ready to go. And that's your overhead. And you can do this with any panel in the cockpit. There is this flat look of the panel you will achieve, but for the beginning it's absolutely okay, and many people are using this like this. And as I always say, the details of the cockpit are important, and when you look on the ceiling here in this cockpit, this little, I think it's a light, what he has mounted there, and the escape rope panel there, these are things that will make your cockpit look great and real. Yes, and here you can see the reflection on the left. There must be a glass already in the cockpit. I think this will add also some realism to your cockpit, instead of just having a hole to look through and outside. So to have lighting over the MCP, everything is there, and it's a single seater you have built there. Yes. Okay. When you don't have the place to build a full-size cockpit, or you know that you will fly most of the time alone in your cockpit, then why not building a single seater? Absolutely okay. Yes, wonderful. And I wish I had such a cockpit when I was 15. What would I have done? Okay. The last picture here. This is a picture from the start of my project. My whole cockpit is made out of wood, and I'm really happy about it. As you see, a lot of changes have been made at the CDU bay and the throttles. The project is not yet over, but I've come a far way. Yes, definitely when you have seen the pictures before, yes, you have come a far way, definitely. Have you done these cutouts and woodworking all by yourself? Would be interesting, because I think I wouldn't have this breadth to hold such a big project when I was this age. Definitely good. Hold on, keep on this good work, and I hope we'll see soon some more pictures of you, how your cockpit has been made. And we will go on to the next cockpit from Neil. Neil is 45 years old and from the UK. And he has written, "Hi Mikey, big fan of the show. Not sure if this can count, but I turned the hobby into a small business. Currently, I have a Boeing 737-800, a Spitfire, an F-35 fighter jet, starting to convert an old PA-28 and looking to build an F-18, F-16 soon. Yes, why not? Why should you just have one simulator when you can have 5? Whew. Okay, I'm not really into this fighter topic. The only time I had contact with an F-35, F-22 I think was when I played Joint Strike Fighters. But here we have, and I think this is a F-35 fighter here. But what I find the most amazing is this screen. What is this? Is this a curved screen? It's really big. I think when you're sitting in front of this screen, whoa, then you can forget that you're still on the Earth. Wow. Okay. Yes, everything is there. I think as I said, I don't know the F-35 really well. I think this is not really the cockpit how it is looking, but there are any annunciators and informations you need to fly the thing. But this screen, this must be amazing. Okay. What has Neil written? I'm an ex-Hawker Hunter and Jet Provost display, as well as a test pilot for classic military jets, and was also a flying display director for the UK air shows. Okay, and all this strapped after the Hunter crash at Shoreham. I now also run Blue Yonder air tours and take people on sightseeing pleasure flights around the northeast of England. Okay, here we finally have someone who knows something about the aviation business. And guys, this is a full equipped 737 cockpit. Okay, I think when you're doing business from this, then the customers want to see a fully equipped cockpit. Then you can come out with a cardboard cockpit or something like this. Wow, but this must be amazing. The outside look there, when you see the scenery, wow, really great. Yes, and here we can see the full cockpit, every panel backlighted. Wow. And the details, again, all these details. Look at these eyebrow windows. You still can see through the eyebrow windows to the scenery, and I think this is really difficult to make for the screen, because when you're looking through the eyebrow windows, you're looking upwards, and in most of the cases there isn't any visual, any monitor or any screen. Okay, or is it only because the perspective of the camera can see the screen here? That would be interesting. Can you still see the scenery when you're sitting in the cockpit and look outside these eyebrow windows? Okay, but most of the 737, I think, already have closed these eyebrow windows so they aren't there in many cockpits. But wow, this is looking so amazing. All these lights, this is overwhelming. Okay, someone who already has a fully equipped and finished 737-800 cockpit, that's the goal to go. I will work on this dream. Okay, Neil, thank you for your pictures, and let's go on to the pictures of our last candidate for today from Peter. Peter is from Budapest in Hungary, 42 years old, and he is building a 737-800, I think. 42 years old. Most of the people who have sent pictures are in the 40s. Is this something you're starting when you're in the 40s? Okay, I don't know. I started 5 years ago. Okay, there he has written it in the 30s. Okay. I started 5 years ago. It took many hours for planning and so on. 2 years ago, I built a building for the cockpit in my garden. There were many working hours for building, painting and so on. Okay, building a building for your cockpit build. This is a project for itself. And I think making such a sheet can take several weeks. Whoa. And this all only for your simulator, that's awesome. I think you know I'm a little bit into this woodworking business, and so I really like such pictures and such constructions. Really good, Peter. Yes, a good shed for the simulator. I hope you can lock this door really close to prevent anyone from going into this. So what he has written. The base structure is made by wood, thanks to your ideas. No problem. The hardware is OpenCockpits, and he is using 2 USB cards, 5 master cards and 6 display cards. My panels are screen printed and engraved. I draw all panels for me in CorelDRAW. For the cutting and engraving, I was lucky for measurings. I maintain 1 day in a real 737 cockpit with 1 measuring tape. So my panels are close to the 1:1 size. Yes, being a day in a real 737 cockpit, fully armed with a measuring tape, is a dream of every builder, I think. And here you can see the finished building from the inside. Okay. No window there, and that's not bad because you don't need any light from outside coming in there when you want to work with a projector. And he has built this modular. You can see the 3 parts here, and so he will be able to disassemble this cockpit for maintenance reasons, for example. Really good. Yes, the glare shield with the MCP panel and the glare wings here. And this is something really important. You can see this line, this cutting line in the glare shield here. It's diagonal and it's going thinner or narrower, I don't know how to say, when you come to the front there. And this is something I haven't done in my plans, and so I had a little bit problems to get a straight line at the front window. So when you're building your own glare shield, then keep in mind that the connections between this middle part and these 2 outside parts should be a diagonal line. You will have it a lot easier than me. The MCP is finished, and this is a self-made MCP, and I was lucky to see some of his parts he has made. So I can say the quality is really good. And there the three parts came together. Yes, and you can see in the top line of these windows, it's a little bit diagonal to the middle in. It's falling down, and this is something that can be difficult for you when you want to build the ceiling on top of your sidewalls. So if it is possible, try to have a horizontal line on the top of your window constructions. But okay, so it's easier to build when you lay it down flat and just build these windows here. And the overhead panel, more the frame of the overhead panel. And have you mounted this at the ceiling of your building here? I think it is. It's screwed to the ceiling. This can be a solution when you are trying where your overhead will hang later and how the angles will be. You can, if you can, mount it on your ceiling. So this can always be a good solution, because so this the weight of the overhead doesn't rest on your ceiling frame construction. Okay. And here we have the finished pedestal. I still have to paint my pedestal, and I want to make this in the near future. And I'm still trying to find out how I will make these dividers for the panels inside of the pedestal. Yes, but it's really looking good. Everything is made very clean. And then he started to paint the walls black. And this is something you can try to discuss with your family when you are getting a room for your simulator and start painting the walls black. This might be a tricky discussion. But here everything has been painted and he is making a first projector test. So why is he painting this black? So I have read something on a page where a guy has written something about this. When you are using a projector in a normal room, I call this with white walls, then the light can be reflected back into your cockpit and also onto your screen, and this will reduce the brightness of your screen. And so if you can, try to darken the room where you are using the projector. And if you're not able to paint the walls black, then you can add black cloth over these walls and the ceiling, and this will improve your image quality. Yes, and here I can see the construction of the ceiling. I know this is my construction. Yes. Nice. And here you have solved the angle I've talked about earlier. Yes, he has added some angles, I think some wooden angles to come out with a flat and horizontal line around the top of the windows. Yeah, that's a good solution. And he has made the sidewalls. The MIP is ready, and there are the CDUs already installed. Yes. Great quality CDU here. I also will try to engrave my CDUs by myself and make these buttons, and I hope this will come out nice. And I don't know, how is the visibility of your panels when they are not backlighted? I don't know if this is just on the image because of the flash of the flashlighting of the camera, but it's really hard to see the engraved text on these panels. And I have seen this, everything I engrave in acrylic is really hard to read when it's not backlighted. So I don't know if it's the type of acrylic I'm using. Maybe it should be a whiter acrylic. Maybe. Okay, but if you can write down how is the quality of the panels when they are not backlighted. And here we have the nearly finished sidewall. Yet there are still some holes in the sidewall. But wow, even this nose above the window handle is made from wood. And that's something I was afraid of making this from wood, because you have to invest much time sanding this or sawing this to shape. But this has come out really great. Yeah, here he starts closing the rest of the sidewall. Yes, and I know this was a hard work. I was always looking with some paper templates how it can be fitted into. Yes, it's a lot of try and error here. But this came out really nice, and you can see here in the last picture everything came out good. Every ceiling has come out good. Very good project, and I especially like that you have stayed in this modular way. The both sidewalls separated, the MIP separated, and I think you even can disassemble the ceiling. So this will make many things easier when you have to work on your cockpit. So that were again 3 fantastic cockpit projects from people out of the community. We even know now that you can have even 5 cockpits instead of only 1. And I hope you too want to see more of your projects here. So don't hesitate. Take pictures from your cockpit and send them to me, and so you can be part of one of the next shows. And it doesn't matter if you are building a Boeing, an Airbus. I really want to show an Airbus project here in the next time. So send them to me, or if you have made a cool part for your cockpit, a joke, a throttle or something like this that you want to show and present to the community. So until then, I hope we'll see us soon back in the Cockpit Show.